everybody, welcome back to Asmus Collectibles. This is Cody. So I hope the noise doesn't bother you. I got the windows open. It's a really nice night out. It's cooled off here. And we're going to take a look at the Asmus Collectible Ash that I just picked up on vacation. Now, he's a little bit more expensive than what I typically buy, and he's also a little bit bigger, so I'll do my best to keep everything in frame. But he's about $200. And actually, 200 is what I gave for him. I've seen him for a little bit more here and there, but 200 seemed reasonable to me. I picked him up at Kokomo Toys and Collectibles. I guess they pride themselves on being the biggest toy store in the Midwest, and they have been featured on a toy store near you, which is on Amazon Prime. And I made a little tour of the store. If you want to go check that out, I'll leave a link below. There's some instructions on the back here, keeping it out of bright light and away from humidity. Don't wipe it with alcohol or stuff like that. Just print and warning on the back. Name on the side, nothing on the bottom. And the box is a sleeve, so the sleeve, let's see, pulls off, if I can get it off, and reveals the underneath. Now, I've already opened him up a little bit, and this foam is around his face, because I didn't put it back in the box right, but you can see here, Necronomicon, Kandarian dagger, boomstick, chainsaw, possessed hand, an extra hand socket, bandages if you want to make it look like he's got a stump, and then 8 different hands, and of course the figure itself, and behind him is a stand for him to be on. Now, there was a deluxe version of this that came with a big base with a vise in the background, like he'd put Linda's head in and Henrietta reaching up from the floor. That's not the one I found, not the one that I got, but if you look around, I'm sure there's plenty of reviews for it on YouTube. So I'm going to go ahead and get him out of the box, and then we'll pick back up on this. Okay, and here he is out of the box, and I think that this is very much how I intend to pose him, is why I went ahead and put him on there like this, just to give you an idea. I'll probably move the arm around a little bit, or pose the chainsaw different and put it on better next time. But just kind of looking around first, I'll show you some of the accessories. He does come with his severed evil hand, and they did a really good job, I think, on a sculpt and the paint application on this. There's some, sorry for the focus, there's some bones sticking out, and I think the shading is good. There's even little tendons down in the palm of the hand, fingernails visible. I think they did a real good job. And then we get the Kandarian dagger. It's a very soft rubber. I kind of expected a more hard plastic for this one, but it looks good. I can't complain. I think it's got the bones in most of the right places. Got some teeth and stuff there on the side, like the one in the movie, and the replica that I have over there as well. So that's pretty cool looking. Now, the chainsaw, one cool thing about the chainsaw is you can pull the little rope, and when you do, the bar moves up and down, so that's kind of cute. I don't know how often I would actually do that, but fair amount of detail on it as well. There's a switch on top for turning the turning the saw on and off before you pull start it. Of course, got the bracketing and stuff on the back, on the collar. think they did a pretty good job on this. I think the paint could have been a little bit better, but I'm not going to be too picky. I think this thing is pretty awesome for what it is. And then you get a whole variety of hands, closed fists, couple fingers sticking out, more for holding the gun, and then for gripping an item. Let's see what else then. Actually, the Necronomicon itself is very cool. Good job on it, and it is actually paper pages that are printed. Pretty accurate from the movie. There's the the winged creature, and there's the hands, there's a skeleton, there's the eye. Just a lot of detail in this little tiny book, and it's very leathery feeling. It's kind of a soft vinyl, so very cool. I'm going to just have that in his hand and have as many accessories on display as I can. Here's his bandages in case you want to pose it like he just lost his hand and just has the stump. I'll throw up some images at the end of him posed different ways. And then here's his boomstick that actually opens. If you were going to pose him like he was reloading it or something like that. If that's the case, then it might have been fun if they included a couple little bitty shotgun shells or something to put in his hand. But that's pretty cool. I like that. And then finally the figure itself. So he is big, and I do really like the face sculpt, and I hope it's coming across. I probably could have lit this better, but his eyes just sparkle. I don't think the eyes they don't look like a paint application. They look like something that they've inserted in there. That's just too glassy looking. But he's got all of his scrapes and scars. I think he might have had a couple more on his chin throughout the movie. The one ear is bloodier than the other. And they've distressed his shirt real nice. Kind of grease stains up there. The pants look good. One little tear down here. But other than that, they're pretty pristine, other than just kind of roughed up and dirtied up. And then, of course, Ash's boots. Nothing too fancy about them. These guys' belt, these guys' harness. One complaint I might make or question: there's a lot of extra strap here underneath the pull start for the saw. So when I pose it, I'll probably just tuck that away best I can. And then the only other thing would be the scabbard. In the movie, the scabbard is much more vertical, so that he can grab the boomstick. As this one is, it puts it way over at an angle. But that's just minor things for me to complain about. And then he does come with a stand that has his name on it. Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn, the logo. Of course, got Asmus logo on the bottom. Got some rubber feet and blood on the wood floor. Kind of cool. And the only complaint I'll have, it's the type of stand that I refer to as the nut hugger. I would much rather have something that comes up further and grabs him around the waist. But you don't always get what you want, right? Maybe I can even print something later that will give me an option. But I'm going to play with him. I'm going to pose him a few different ways. I'm going to take a few pictures. I'm going to put him at the end. I think he's pretty cool. He's going to go right up on the shelf behind me. Probably up above the stereo receiver, and probably try to get some other 12-inch figures up there this year. I got at least one on order and a couple that I'm going to order that I just haven't pulled the trigger on yet. Like I said, I always used to consider these kind of figures out of my price range, but But I guess I'm just changing my changing my standards and what I'm willing to pay for. And it does seem like I'm buying less 7-inch figures anymore. So the less I buy of them, the more I can buy of these nicer, fancier figures. So stay tuned for some pictures. That's all I got for now. Don't know what I'll open next, but I'll try to make sure it's a cool one. Everybody stay safe, take care of each other, have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you later.